There we go. We have audio now.
We got audio turds.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to Fort Brew. Ho, 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 bears. Gotta drink some bears. We're going to feature Drake on this fucking show.
Oh, God, no.
You know Drake is here to drink some IPA now. He don't want no diacetyl.
Are we ready?
Only West
No, we're not
Coast
ready.
IPA. Don't give no juice bombs to Drake.
You put my IPA in the crowler.
Crowler.
One late now when I'm
Still
getting
doing the
drunk.
last song.
I got to share some links.
I
and
was
we-
doing
then we
the
can go
Drake
live.
feature on the Rihanna song. I was one cohesive song unit.
Oh, yeah, I don't actually know any of those.
Work by Rihanna. Check it
Work,
out. That's what
work,
the
work,
kids
work.
listen to.
I only know the whack. That's the only part that I know.
Drake has a whole verse. That's I was doing.
Oh.
I was doing like the Drake verse. Fuck you guys, man.
Did you see the cover of that Linkin Park song with the dogs and the fox?
Lincoln.
And then when it goes to the guy rapping, it's like the dog, the muzzle, it's all.
I'll have to look that up. That sounds fun.
It is pretty funny.
I do reference Linkin Park way more often than they deserve because they're not a very good band.
Yeah.
You know, I did kind of like that thing they did with Jay-Z.
You should Google that right now because that's where we got time.
That band represents everything that I hate
Linkin
about
Park dogs.
like co-opting metal. It's the worst.
Right, that's good.
This one? It's a fox.
Okay, please make it stop. Oh my god. Greg is cracking up.
Guys, come on, we need to get a move on here.
All right.
I thought John was still setting up. Are we ready to
Look
go?
at you blame me.
Yeah.
I thought you were still setting up. You were in the zone over there.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
All right, links have been tweeted. If you guys want to retweet, I just tweeted the YouTube link for episode 2 of session 49.
I will do that right now.
Who just made that voice? Is that Greg?
Yes. I'm tweeting.
Dude, where's that voice
I
been?
don't know.
Hello, Greg.
Oh my god, you guys.
That's kind of like Steve-O the beer truck driver.
I think that's better than Steve-O.
Whoa. Dude.
Tweeting right now.
See, that's my
buddy. That's
my buddy Frank.
What's Twitter?
Me and Frank, like we hang out like.
I'm sorry, just died out. Where's Twitter? What the fuck is that voice?
Me and Frank, we hang out like twice a week. Cool guy.
This voice is dedicated to whoever that fucker on YouTube was. I hate the guy who does all the voices. Man, fuck that person.
Welcome to Fort Brewers. My name is Matt Becker, and as always, I'm joined by
John Holzer.
Jason Harris.
Greg Daigle.
And we've got a bunch of fun stuff on the show today. We're doing a little port brewing and pizza ports side by side.
We are live with a head-to-head battle in the heavyweight IPA division.
But so to start, we're gonna drink some Graveyard just to get a little warmed up here.
Get moistened.
Yeah,
just to moisten our palates.
John was at the store and he said, "Should I get Graveyard Pale?" And I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "But we don't have a beer to compare it to." And I'm like, "Just get it so I can drink it."
That's pretty much literally what he said.
And I was like, I believe I said, "Just buy some and we'll put it in our mouths."
Yep.
And
We'll drink it with our mouth holes.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing because it's delicious.
Yeah. It has a lot of like stone fruity, like apricot-y kind of thing happening.
Graveyard Pale Ale. It's like a graveyard of surfboards because Pizza Port's got their whole beach theme always going on.
Yeah, it's
got some danky dank going on.
Yeah,
too.
a little bit. It's 6.2%, so it's in that like I guess it's kind of a pale ale. It's not quite an IPA, like that kind of range.
Who put the dank in the danky danky dank?
Technicalities, you know.
Right.
While we're drinking this, John, do we want to maybe take a visit over to the
Oh yeah.
Hey, John, do we think we should go to the
Yes, let's go. There.
Yeah, it's my job, goddammit.
right.
We should make one of those YouTube videos where it's like 4 brewers, but every time they say mailbag, it gets faster, and it's just like one of our episodes in 3 minutes.
Nice.
Have you seen that?
No.
Mailbag.
It'll be like Star Wars, but every time a blaster fires, it gets faster, and so the movie just gets. Or like B movie, every time they say the word B, it speeds up.
Oh, nice.
So weird.
I've never heard
I've
of this.
seen those.
That's
It's
Okay.
a thing. It's like an internet thing right now.
So mailbag.
Mailbag. We got some more beer travel questions in this one.
fun.
Blah.
I'm doing some beer traveling
from
tomorrow.
Alex Dre, D-R-E-S. Alex D. Beer in the Valley. You don't have to answer this on the show, but you can if you want to. Well, guess what, buddy? We wanted to.
Yep.
Curious if you know any good beer spots, breweries, or tap rooms in the San Fernando Valley. Going to be visiting family in Encino, Tarzana this weekend. Haven't found much in previous trips. Got McLeod and Ladyface on my to-do list, but they're far enough out that I wonder if I should just suck it up and make the trip to Torrance, El Segundo, or Highland Park.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
those
won't
are
be
always a good idea.
Yeah.
We had a chat about this, and we did mention we met at the LA Beer Week Fest some guys from Hand Brewed Beer,
Yeah.
and they were big 4B fans. But then I was like, maybe them. And John's like, they don't have a tasting room, so I don't.
As far as I know,
I don't think they have a tasting
when
room.
we talked to them at LA Beer Week, they did not have a tasting room. They wanted us to come down and do a show that hasn't happened yet. Just we haven't done a lot of on location
We haven't done a
shows.
remote in a while,
The last
yeah.
one we did was the girls, or the episode with the women at Sanctum Brewing Company. But yeah, I don't think they have a tasting room yet.
They're out there, but the valley's kind of dry. Maybe our listeners can fill us in. If we got listeners in the valley, hit us up, because like I've
Yes,
heard
there's always
good
something
things
new.
about.
McLeod and Ladyface. That's
It's
pretty
like
much it. Yeah.
It's a place called like
Where's Boomtown
the
at?
Boneyard or something like that. Or
No, Boneyard is something different.
Boomtown Brewery just opened up, I think. I don't know where they're at. I know they're LA though.
I think it's Boneyard Bistro is the name of the place out in Sherman Oaks. It's supposed to be a really solid
It's
beer
where a
bar.
lot of porn is shot.
I don't think
in
at
the
I don't
valley.
think at that bar, but yeah, in the valley in general.
Maybe at that bar. I think if you're in the valley, then everything has been a porn set at one point or another.
I mean, if you really think about
Somebody's
it,
been bent over every chair, device,
Yeah, exactly.
mailbox.
You walk into a bar and there's like
Bus
some
stop.
woman that's been like, "Hey, can you pour me a drink?"
She's like, can I get some? Is there sausage on this pizza? Funny you should ask.
No, but there can be.
Is this gluten free?
Like, it's like, "Yeah, baby, it's high in protein."
If you're in the valley, if you find yourself in the valley itself, McLeod was mentioned, Ladyface was mentioned. Those are both really good. There's
Even
a couple,
Ladyface is pretty far out.
Yeah, they're pretty far out west. Ventura's got some good stuff if you're all going all the way that way. Casa Agria is in Oxnard, which is like valley adjacent.
Yeah, that's like going even further out from Ladyface, but same direction.
I'll punch a bull in the nuts. Oxnard.
Yep, bull balls. Bull's balls was the original name.
Wow. Ox. Nard.
Nard.
Nard dog.
If you're in the valley, you're not that far from like Glendale, Burbank, and like the east side of LA stuff, which is kind of, I think, where I would go if I'm really looking for good beer. Like
Yeah, I mean,
Tony's Darts Away in Burbank is a really good bar.
Mohawk.
Chris Rolowski has Verdugo West Brewing open.
Oh, I haven't
which is
been over there yet,
Which
but-
is in the Burbank area, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be one to check out. I haven't had any of their beer yet, but I mean,
He's a good brewer.
knowing Chris, he's a good brewer.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
I would assume that their stuff would be pretty tasty.
I've had a great time at Glendale Tap a couple times when I've been over there. It's a really cool bar. The bars over there's more bars than breweries, and Highland Park isn't that far from the valley either.
That's true.
Depending
Well,
on
then
where
again-
in the valley you are.
But also, like, in LA, everything is far from everything.
Yeah, but
I mean,
even
something
by-
can be around the block.
By
and
LA
it's-
standards, it's on the same side of town. It's not like driving. Like if you're in fucking Van Nuys and you're trying to drive to El Segundo, you're gonna drive for like an hour.
You're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, that's gonna be a shit.
That's
drive.
not gonna be a fun trip.
It's 5 miles and 3 hours down the 405.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just we're going full Californian.
Yeah,
You take the
exactly.
405
Hey,
to
we
the
got-
105 to the
Get off at El Segundo and
Apparently
hang a left.
Californians are the only ones that say "the" before their freeways and
Yeah.
highways.
I read an article that said it was because the freeways used to have
names.
and
Yeah, like the
so
Golden-
you'd say the Golden Freeway. or
Golden
what-
State Freeway, and there's
And then when they gave them numbers, people were like, well, instead of calling it the Golden State Freeway, they call it the 10, and then there you go.
I was not
It still
aware of that.
makes sense to me to say "the." Like I
It's
mean,
a
I guess
thing.
if someone said
It's a
go
noun.
to 10 to 6 to 57
No, it's
to
because
71, it's
other,
like
other people say I-57 to
Or
Interstate.
Route 101
take
or whatever.
Interstate 5 to up to
I almost see it as
Up
like
to
our
Route 66.
take
the
service
freeways
route
in
61.
California being iconic. You
Yeah.
know, so it's the 5, it's the 405, it's the 101. I don't know.
Not just
we have the
101.
10, not like that 10 they have in Arizona.
Yeah,
Fuck them.
I mean, we spend enough time on the damn freeway.
Anybody from
It deserves a
Arizona
job.
that's listening, do you guys say the 10? Let us know. Shoot us a mailbag.
Feedback at
call.
4brewers.com.
Good call. So was that it for the mailbag?
I think we got one more. We can fit one more mailbag in this one.
Hit us.
Plop it on the table, buddy.
Fit that in that old mailbag.
Hit me.
Tell your mom, tell your dad, open up that old mailbag.
Holy shit.
That shit comes from the heart.
Jinx.
Dave Wasmer, Dave W. I'm
Dave-
just gonna fuck up
old-
last names
Old,
and then
old David Dubs.
and then abbreviate them because they're like, please don't say
Old
my name
David
on there.
Dubs.
My boss listens to this. Hey, Four Brewers team. Woo! There's no I in team. Just came across your podcast. It looks awesome. I already got the recent Midwest mailbag episode added to my queue. I went to college in Michigan, can attest to the quality of the craft brewer scene in that state.
Dope.
It's awesome.
Michigan is well above average.
Heading
for
to
Yeah,
the-
they do very well.
We're obviously West Coast biased, but for the middle of the country, Michigan has been like fucking like beer central, especially stouts.
Yeah.
That's going to
Yeah.
be my summer vacation. We're headed from Toronto to Chicago.
Fun.
Going across
Toronto,
Michigan.
Canada?
Yeah.
No shit.
We're going to see Niagara Falls.
Oh, cool.
Because we haven't seen it before.
Bring back some poutine, eh?
Poutine. It's going to happen.
It's gonna
make me poutine. Love them cheese curds.
Niagara Falls, huh? That sounds cool.
Yeah. And then
Are you gonna go to the
visiting
like,
fam.
Are you gonna go to the America side, then like go to the Canada?
No, I think
side?
we're just doing Canada.
like fuck it, it's cleaner.
Yeah.
Just flip
We'll
off
see.
the America side.
So
He says he had some technical questions. How do you manage the logistics of Four Brewers, especially the things like hosting episodes, RSS feed, edit the audio? We just make John do it.
yeah, that's all. That's a John thing.
We show up, act like assholes, and then John does all the
I
work.
drive and I show up, I drink beer and talk into a fuzzy black thing, and then I pack up and drive home.
I was going to respond personally to this email because he's asking for specifics. To adjust it on the show, the stuff I have, this thing is overkill. You don't need this to do a podcast. The reason I have all of this stuff next to me is everyone on the show knows why. It makes for better. It makes it easier to record at places live because I have compressors and I don't have to worry about people not
Sound
choking
gates.
up on the mic and sound gates. Exactly.
You know, that octopus worked pretty good though.
That's the other thing. I have a Zoom H6 recorder. You can have up to 6 XLR inputs on it. And honestly, if you're going to do a podcast, that's $350. It's really affordable. It records every track separately, so you can mix them and post however you want.
We
It's
called
well
it
worth the money.
I called it an octopus because when you're holding it and there's like 5 microphones coming out of it, we were like walking around holding every microphone like this octopus.
You're referring
Did-
to
did
the California
Julie-
Craft
at the
Beer
Craft Beer
Summit.
Summit.
Didn't
and-
Julia Hers
Yeah,
coin
from
that?
the Brewers. I don't know
Yeah,
if she
from the
coined
Brew-
the octopus. She just thought it looked hilarious.
Yeah, she called us the octopus.
Oh, is that what
when
it
she
was?
did
Yeah.
a video of us
She,
walking.
yeah, she
and-
coined it. Yeah.
But that what Jason's referring to is I had the H6 recorder in my bag, and microphones and everything plugged in. And when we were going to do an interview on the floor or wherever we were at, I just pulled the mics out, turned it on, and I'm the only one that had headphones on, and I was monitoring everything and kind of messing with the gain if people, weren't speaking loud enough. And it worked very well. And that's in a setting where there was a lot of noise in the background and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different options. Honestly, if you want a really nice setup and you spent $400, you're good. But if you just want to use your computer, and
I know some people that podcast with their phone.
Exactly. A lot of YouTubers too.
Kind of
They
sounds
just-
like butt though.
I'm glad you said that. A lot of YouTubers, they'll like iPhones and Android devices. The cameras are so awesome now, where you can be a YouTuber just with your phone. The only thing I suggest is you get a lav mic on Amazon. You'll pay like $20. It plugs into the headphone jack, and if you have like an iPhone 7, you can use the adapter. It does the same thing. Use a lav mic, because bad audio, that will 100%. I will not watch your shit if your audio is bad. If I can't hear you, why watch it?
Yeah, exactly.
So
If it sounds like you're back here,
Like, oh my God, you guys!
yeah, like I'm gonna be starting my makeup tutorial now.
Hey guys!
well, look at the
First, we're
popular
gonna start with
YouTubers. They at least use like a mic on top of their camera or whatever, so they get slightly better audio, drastically better audio.
I think PewDiePie has a mic implanted.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
It's in his tooth.
Yeah.
He had one put in his molar.
Hey guys, PewDiePie coming at you here.
Felix.
But
yeah.
I'm sure that's how he sounds. Hey guys.
I'll respond to
I'm
that.
PewDiePie.
I haven't gotten around to it. I get that question a lot, actually, because our show sounds so good, and I take a lot of pride in that. So
Word.
We should write
yeah.
blogs. We should write a how to make a podcast blog, a fucking travel.
get a lot of traffic.
Four Brewers LA travel blog. We've been talking about doing something like that.
yeah,
And we'll do the last mailbag 'cause it's real short. It's the last one in our bag. Emptying out the
Plop
old
it out.
mailbag. From Nick Krenz, Nick K. Hey guys, just got the whale glass in the mail. That's pretty rad. Thanks. Woo!
You're welcome.
Appreciate what you guys do. Happy to support. Thanks, man. And then he mentioned that he was at the Saturday afternoon session of GABF and was surprised to see Matt won a medal.
Yay.
You got
That's true.
medaled.
I did medal.
So he congratulated him. So basically, just Nick giving us a shout out. We'll shout back at you, Nick.
Word.
Righteous.
Thanks, man.
And we're closing up that old mailbag. Graveyard Pale is dope, by the way.
Graveyard Pale is very tasty.
I've had it's a pretty regular visitor into my beer fridge.
Yeah. Very crushable pint-worthy beer.
yeah. Since Pizza Port
Nice and
came
happy.
out with their stuff in cans, like everything has been pretty much on point.
And they're,
I usually
they're
buy it.
reasonable. Like they. Oh no!
Hey!
No!
Hey!
No!
no!
I got
But the beer on his Chromebook.
beer on the Chromebook. No!
It's a beer book.
I'm-
No, it's not a Chromebook. It's a beer book.
Chrome was so shiny.
The Dome Book.
Look like a fucking choir boy next to me.
That's the dome. The
That was,
Dome
that
book.
was
that was that movie where Arnold was yelling
No.
at Satan. He's like, "You're like a fucking choir boy next to me."
Get the hell with you. It's my favorite line from Conan the Barbarian. Crom.
Matt, what is best in life?
I don't-
From the like the only famous line from fucking Conan.
Kindergarten Cop.
No, sorry.
He'd be like, Conan, what is best in life? And he's like, to crush your enemies, to see them driven before you, to hear the lamentation of their women.
No, I don't remember that line.
What?
God.
Oh, that's a
Sorry.
famous
That was the
line.
first movie I ever saw boobies in.
Nice. Did you jerk off?
That's a good one. So dismissive.
Probably twice.
You're like, good job, douchebag.
Nice.
That was amazing.
So Graveyard is delicious, but will the Pizza Port Brewing Company beers hold up to the Port Brewing Company?
Should we explain
Beers.
this?
Yeah, let's just do it real quick. So Pizza Port is a chain of pizzerias and brew pub pizzerias.
Very decorated, and many of them have won GABF medals for beer. They've won
Very highly
Best
decorated.
Small
Tons
Brew
of
Pub. They've won all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
The
very-
lineage of breweries the brewers that have come out of all
Yeah,
the Pizza Port locations
they've
is highly regarded.
Spit out brewers across the country. Jeff Bagby is one. Who else? What was the guy for?
Ryan Fields.
Yeah, Ryan. Who's over at Melvin now? He was a pizza port guy. Melvin in Wyoming. Best brewing in Wyoming.
Yeah. Tommy Arthur.
Tommy Arthur. Yep.
And most importantly, which
Yeah.
brings us to
Segway.
Yeah, which brings us to Port Brewing Company. Tommy Arthur was the head brewer at Pizza Port Solana Beach before he went off to form a production brewery, which was the Lost Abbey, of course, but then also Port Brewing Company. So
Now, keep in mind these have the same owners, Vince
Yes.
and Gina.
Yes.
Marsaglia, I think is Marsaglia. Is that how you say it?
Marsilia, something like that.
we've
so-
never interviewed anybody from Pizza Port, which makes me sad. We need to fix
Yeah,
that.
they're hard to
Indeed.
pin down.
On social media, though, if you refer to Pizza Port, you're also referring to the Lost Abbey, which sounds weird because they're two totally different styles of brewery, even though they brew out of the same
Well, no,
location.
Port Brewing is
Port
Lost
Brewing.
Abbey.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Pizza Port is its own thing.
Carlsbad.
Yeah, it's really
It's
confusing.
it's confusing, and
Yeah,
the logo.
I wasn't confused. It's Port Lost Abbey.
Yeah.
Is one brewery, and then Pizza Port has their,
Yeah.
3 different breweries, and then Bessie Ranch is their production.
Exactly.
Yep,
See,
that's
here,
what they can.
here's where things get funky. Is it used to be that Pizza Port was the pizzerias and everyone had their own brewery, but then Pizza Port opened a production brewery in Bessie Ranch. So now you have both production breweries that are Pizza Port Brewing Company and Port Brewing Company. It's very confusing.
A story about this. Back when Untapped was still kind of new, I was a moderator, like that. You can edit stuff in the background, and Port Brewing. I'm not going to say who was there at the time, but this person got so mad because people were screwing up Port and Pizza Port
Oh, well, that's...
that they went off on social media, and I got so
Yeah.
pissed that like they were just throwing Untapped under the bus. I spent 2 hours organizing everything. I uploaded pictures of all of their beers,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, okay, I fixed everything. Now what? And no response.
Nice.
It was, but it just goes to show how confusing this
It
whole
is
thing
confusing,
is for
yeah.
And
people.
their logos are very similar. I posted them in the chat, but it's like Pizza Port Brewing and Port Brewing. It's very similar branding. It's very confusing, but they pretty much are kind of. And we mentioned this briefly when we talked to Tommy Arthur. They're kind of under the same overall umbrella, but they pretty much operate independently.
Right. Same ownership, but it's like a tech company where you've got like little subsidiaries that kind of do their own thing, even though it's all Alphabet
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck.
You're right, Alphabet.
But like any family, we're gonna pit them against each other.
Yep. So we've got what do we have? Kook. We've got
We've got Kook and Swami's
Swami's.
from Pizza Port.
Yep, that's-
Swami's being one of my all-time favorite IPAs.
Yep. Swami's being the single,
that's a
Kook being the
classic.
double.
And then we've got High Tide and Mongo from Port Brewing. And what really inspired this is that Port Brewing, who previously only did bombers, is now doing 16-ounce cans. So they're even in the same format now.
Yep.
So you got to smash them against each other and see what
Exactly.
happens. Like, I've got a port. I've got a pizza. Pizza port.
But they're different.
Port and pizza. Pizza port.
Put them in your pizza port.
I have a Pizza Port.
Put them in,
Put them in your pizza port.
It's called your mouth.
Your pizza port is your mouth.
Your pie hole.
Insert pizza into pizza port.
Yeah.
When will Apple remove the Pizza Port?
Okay.
I will go. I'm going to start off with the IPAs.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if the Mac Pro had like just a little port for you?
for pizza. Greg is had a very long night last night, and so he is biting the bullet for us, and he is taking over the blind duties.
Yeah.
Duties.
It's a duty.
Oh man.
So thank you to Greg for taking care of the blind aspect for us.
And coming up later, we got some sneaky other IPAs. IPA show, Jason's favorite show. I love IPA.
That's right. Yeah.
It's like 80% of the beer I buy now is IPA, just like America.
Are we
Yeah,
doing some
pretty much.
going in blind for this too, Matt?
We are going to have some going in blind later.
Yeah,
we
so
do.
It's a jam-packed.
Yeah, I got
episode.
some.
We've got a triple X throwdown.
I've got some pretty fun going in blind coming up.
Which
and,
beers?
Ah,
This next beer coming out of the blue corner in the IPA division.
Watch, he bought Pizza Port and Port IPAs to fuck with us.
Weighing in
Ah,
at 7.1%
motherfuckers.
alcohol by volume from Carlsbad, California, Pizza Port Swamis. Woo! I'm not going to do all of them. I'm not going to do a whole Michael Buffer intro for all of them, but
Okay.
or Bruce Buffer. Sorry, Michael Buffer's the shittier guy from boxing.
Oh, that's true, huh? Are they related in any way?
Yeah, they're brothers.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
If you look, they look quite alike, actually.
Yeah, Michael Buffer's the one who's been around for like way long time. Who was like,
So-
let's go rumble, like that guy.
The High Tide, I looked it up. I was like, I don't think I've had that before, but I was like, oh, it's their fresh hop IPA. I was like, I actually recognize the bottle.
Oh,
That's what the beer's called, right? The IPA? High Tide?
High tide.
High Tide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, according to this, it's their seasonal fresh hop IPA with freshly harvested whole flower hops. I wonder if that's what they're doing for the can.
That's a good question. I don't actually know.
It's the only
If
one
only I had a
there.
computer
Well, it says
in front
it
of us.
uses a recipe that changes seasonally. Original gravity 1062, ABV 6.5, availability October. Yeah, I think they might have changed it up. I don't know. Who knows how updated this website is. Fighting out of parts unknown.
Exactly.
I mean, people are checking into this beer on Untapped with the High Tide cans, so
I mean, they call it the same name, same brewery.
it's got to be the same. Why would you call it the same thing and make it a different beer? You know?
All right.
Alrighty then.
All right. So Greg has brought us two 4B branded glasswares with beers in them.
And I will
Um,
say, yeah,
Can we get a photo of them? Yeah.
they look
Identical.
virtually
Yeah.
identical.
Everything else is virtually identical.
One of them
That looks like the same beer.
is slightly cloudier, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one on your right.
This
is-
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, slightly cloudier. Okay.
But
There
yeah,
we go.
they look identical. I mean, West Coast IPAs all kind of look
Are those
similar.
They
two,
all
two
look to
different
be about-
glasses, Greg, or the same glass?
They all
They're
look
the
to be
same
about.
glass. So, Greg, just hold on to one. Give us one. Keep track in your head what it is, and hold the other one because
You got it.
otherwise we're fucking.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so the beer on the left.
Are we doing
Greg,
side by side or?
on the beer on Greg left.
Okay, I guess not.
Yeah, we'll just do one, then we'll do the other.
Greg left.
I'm still here though.
Greg left.
Nar!
No, I didn't. I'm right here. It's me, Greg.
Quick left.
I'm old Greg.
Counterpunch.
Here's old Greg.
So beer on Greg left. Yeah,
Greg, are you
very
drinking?
very clear.
Yeah, I'll take some.
Oh, okay, sorry.
These are the single IPAs, right?
Yep, this is the plain old IPAs.
So Swamis versus High Tide, and here we go.
Stop it.
Brought to you by
super duper clear. Stop it.
Brought to you by Bud Light.
by
The
Reebok.
difference is drinkability.
Definitely got like the old school sea hop grapefruit resin thing.
You know what would be cool if they made sea hops, like from the sea,
Hops of the sea. It's called seaweed.
right? It's that old sea hops.
This definitely has like that.
Fish, plankton, and hops from the sea.
Yeah, High Tide is an IPA, so these are the IPAs, right?
Yes.
So this would be High Tide and Swami.
And Swamis, yes.
Okay. To me, this has kind of that fresh hop character on the nose. I don't know.
I don't know. Whenever I have fresh hop anything, I always get like a lot of grassiness off.
I kind of
it.
get that.
Really?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has kind of a danky nose to it.
Yeah, it tastes kind. It smells sticky, icky
like a danky pine.
to me.
This was Greg Wright, correct?
Left.
Greg left.
Greg
Greg.
left.
This was Greg left.
Greg left.
Okay, so this is the one that was clearer.
Greg left.
Yeah, there's the photo in the, in the
GL.
chat. So it's this beer right here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the clearer.
Greg
of the two.
left.
Greg left.
Counterpunch.
Dick punch.
Below the belt.
We're referencing shit that's just way too deep.
Yeah, for real. Give me your belt. Miller, give me your belt.
Oh Lord. So I'm just gonna taste this.
Bitter. Oh, bam! Like bitter smack in the face.
It's firm.
Whoa.
It's got a firm bitterness.
Yeah, it's
I'd say
Firm
it's
and-
crazy bitter.
Takes a heavy hand with
I'm
the.
kind of immune to
whoosh.
bitter now.
yeah. You are. Yeah, you. It's like you know how like when someone eats a shitload of hot food all the time, whenever they're like, "Nah, it's not that hot," they actually mean, "Holy shit, it's fucking hot."
My wife
think-
does that.
Yeah, I think
She's all,
bitterness.
can you
works for
taste this
Jason
and
that
see
way.
if it's hot? I'm like, you're asking the person who eats hot shit all the time.
Yeah.
I have no idea if that's.
Yeah.
It tastes
Yeah.
good.
It's good.
Tastes good.
Yeah, but definitely like big shining resin.
It's resiny, right?
Yeah, big shiny resin profile on that. Also, like sticky in the mouthfeel too.
It's a solid as IPA too. It's good.
I'm not getting any off anything.
No.
No, not at all.
I'm not getting
Tastes
any
fresh, too.
malt of any kind.
Tastes very fresh.
Maybe a little bit of sticky malt, but it's mostly just like resin. Like
Yeah,
bam,
it's
resin.
super dry. It's very traditional West Coast IPA.
I'll leave some in the glass here if anybody wants to
All right,
take a nip.
I'm trying Greg Wright.
Greg Wright.
Greg
this was
Wright.
the
Greg
one
Wright.
that's slightly cloudy. It's got just a haze, like
Got
chill
like a
haze to it.
chance of meatballs.
There's a leak in the boat.
Again, I poured heavy on
It's the best moment of
So
that entire
sorry.
movie.
My girlfriend is like always classically tickled by that one.
Thanks, John.
All right, Greg Wright is
way less resiny, way less dainty,
Less
hoppy.
aromatic.
I don't
Yeah.
smell
yeah. There's
really.
less nose period. I
This
think.
is kind of why I ducked out of this thing because my nose is just not.
You're not getting a
very-
whole lot from it, neither are
I
we.
don't get hardly
No,
anything.
it has a piney nose to it.
I think it's more citrus on. I think it's more citrusy
I don't-
on the real.
Yeah,
maybe like a
citrusy.
grapefruit.
Yeah, I'm getting more grapefruit
Um,
on this. It's brighter. It's not. It's a lot brighter. It's a lot less like heavy resin. You know.
Two totally different beers, though.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different.
Oh yeah, this flavor alone, like the last one was a lot heavier and stickier. This one is like brighter. It's not as like bracing in the bitterness. It's like livelier. I think it's a little bit more carbonated.
I get some graininess too.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one actually has a little bit of biscuitiness.
it's got like a
malt.
it's got a lingering bitterness on this one too that hangs out in the mouth.
It's not as dank.
It's
These
fuller
are-
in the mouth.
These
as far
are
as the
really
mouthfeel
hard to
goes.
pick between. Actually, these are both
Really?
I really like both these.
Well,
beers.
that's the point.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
not
that's
like
true.
one's bad and one's good. It's
yeah,
Two
but
totally different beers, man.
like when we were doing that Sculpin versus Invasive, like there was
Oh,
pretty
man.
clear winners.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
way
this
true.
one is like, oh shit,
There's-
like they're both.
We're gonna pass beer on my left back around so you guys can side by side.
Greg left.
maybe smell and sip kind of thing.
Yeah, if you want.
This one's sweeter.
Yeah.
There's definitely more of like a sweet character through it, where the first beer was more dry.
You think so? I almost get more dryness out of the second one.
Man,
I think it's because the second one has more carbonation.
Yeah, no, I'm getting like like it has like a lingering hop character, but also like a bit of sweetness hangs out on the tongue.
Greg Left is definitely
Dank
way more
sauce.
aromatic.
Aromatic,
Aromatic.
yeah.
Aromatic.
It's yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards Greg left.
All right.
Greg left.
I'm going with Greg Wright, personally.
I think the one on the right has just a little bit less of that danky stuff, and it's got more of like a more distinct hop profile. You can pick out one or two hops out of it.
Greg
Yeah.
Wright is more of a rounded kind of IPA where I think even though it has a lingering bitterness, which I agree with you, Jason, on that, the Greg Left beer is a harsher bitterness, but way more aromatic.
I would describe
Yeah.
it as it's crisper. It's a little bit sharper.
Maybe that's what I'm
yeah.
thinking
And,
too. Yeah.
It's focused.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and it is kind of, I guess, an aggressive IPA, but I like that. And yeah, I got to go with Greg Left. Greg Left.
All right.
I think.
Do you
yeah,
want to
I'm
know?
going with Greg Left too.
I'm going Greg Wright.
All right. Do you want to know?
So two lefts and a right. I think
No,
we're
let's
going to wait till the end.
Let's wait until after the
Okay.
second one, and we'll.
I'll go grab beer number 2. And this time I'll put different glasses.
No, we can learn it now.
I like the left right thing. You want to learn now?
Well, it's gonna get confusing now if we do Greg Left.
Yeah,
or
it's
Greg
gonna. I might
again.
forget because I'm stupid.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what was Greg Left? Who won?
That
Who won
was-
single IPA?
But wait, do we want to guess?
Yeah, for sure. Guess.
I think it's a pretty easy guess, honestly.
I think Greg Left was the pizza port. Greg Wright was the port.
I disagree. I think the Greg Left was the High Tide. I think Greg Left was High Tide. I think the right was.
So you're the opposite of what I
was
said.
Swami's.
I recuse myself.
Greg?
John is correct.
Yes. Really?
Yeah.
Greg Left was Pizza Port.
Swami's was left.
That it tastes like.
Was the clearer one?
Yeah, Swami's was clear.
No shit.
Had
doesn't
way more
surprise
on the
me.
nose.
Dude,
I just had high tide just recently, and like
I've been drinking these beers since I bought them, and I still couldn't figure it out. Yeah.
All right, right on.
All right, Pizza Port takes the narrow decision.
So, Jason, in our pre-show chat, you thought Swami's would win. And
If we did a full-on showdown, because originally we were conceptualizing all 4 beers showing down.
well,
but then
just I kind of threw it out there. I'm like, yeah, I think Kook's gonna win as far as
I think just because Swami's like my favorite.
Swami's is damn good.
It's like it's the new sculpin of my heart.
I like that these beers are in cans now, though. It's
Yeah, man.
the branding is cool. It's simple, two colors.
It's really uncanny.
Good Guy Pizza Port sells you 6-pack at the price of a regular 6-pack, except for its 16-ounce cans instead of 12-ounce bottles.
Right.
So you're getting like a third more beer for the same price, and it's delicious.
Kyle, Greg is going out to get the beers to serve them blind to us.
He's going to the kitchen where they
Pay attention,
beers are
goddammit.
waiting.
Casual
Also,
listener.
Of note, the other day I did some exercise trying to get fit, and came home from the gym. Pizza Port Chronic, best after workout beer that I've ever had.
Nice.
I don't know about that beer.
That beer's delicious.
That's the
Yeah,
red,
monster.
right?
No,
It's
it's,
like
an
an
amber
amber.
ale.
Yeah, close enough.
Like a plain old amber.
It's been that long since you had it. You should try it again. It's
I've had it.
yeah.
Does it still have hemp seed in it?
Nah, they got rid of that years ago.
Okay, good. That was just a pub thing.
Yeah.
Was that so they can call it chronic?
Yeah.
That was in.
Because it was like weed.
They reformulated it in 2011.
Oh, Kyle.
shit.
I'm sorry, Kyle. He's like, you guys keep saying Greg left.
Oh, God damn it. Greg left.
There's Greg left and
Greg
Greg right.
The first
So-
time we said Greg left, he goes, "But I'm still here."
Yeah.
Yeah, so it did work.
Okay.
It's
sorry,
like stage left and stage right.
Kyle. Don't leave us on Patreon, please. Thank you.
We need you, Kyle.
We need your money.
Take my breath.
No, we need your support, Kyle.
And your cute
Your
dog photos.
support and your love.
That's what I need. I don't care. I don't care about the other stuff. 4 Brewers, we care because you do.
So what's up, guys?
Just 4.
What were you doing for working out?
Just some elliptical trainer.
Getting elliptical. Yeah.
Let's get elliptical.
I got into running for a solid week, and that ended.
like Forrest Gump, like you just straight through. Like he got to
No, I
Arizona.
actually-
and
Yeah,
then-
but after about 7 days, he had a giant beard.
In
I
in high
was
school,
running.
I never could run a mile.
Pass
And
these
then,
around.
when I'm 37, I could just run 2 miles out of
Visual.
nowhere.
Nice.
So we
being-
have
being fat.
beer number 1. Greg left on.
Start that again.
So we have beer number 1. Greg left in the 4B glass.
Tulip.
Looks crystal fucking clear and
very
pale
clear.
yellow, like every West Coast IPA I've ever
Yeah,
drank.
look, it fits the paradigm.
Beer number
Beer-
2,
beer
Greg
Greg
Wright in the hashtag LA Beer Los Angeles Brewers Guild. Shout out to them. It is a little bit cloudier, and
Barely.
it is
Yeah,
Greg Wright.
It's just got a very tinge of haze to it.
Did we get a photo for the chat? Let's take a photo of these, Jason. Since
Did you get a little bit of Greg left in your glass, Jason?
Greg left. No, I didn't get either of them.
hold on,
There
we
pour it
go.
in there.
Now it's confusing because left and right are mixed up. There you go. Thank you, John. Thank you, John.
Sorry.
All right, got it. Got you, fam.
So what am I doing with this?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Well, let's drink the first beer.
Yeah, we're doing Greg left.
Which is the
Did
4?
you pour me some?
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
That was it.
I'm like, did this beer disappear?
Yeah.
Greg, the left beer is the 4B glass.
Greg left.
Correct.
Greg left.
So I'm getting like orange peel.
So
from this.
to clarify, I don't think we talked about it. Mongo from Port Brewing, which historically I've always really liked, comes in a bottle with like an inch of sediment at the bottom for some reason,
Always.
and it always pissed me off.
Yes.
And the other beer is Kook from Pizza Port.
It should be noted, no floaties in this one.
Yeah, there's
Not
no
a single one,
chunks
yeah.
of shit in this, which is already a huge step up from bottled Mongo.
I poured both a similar way. Poured pretty aggressive on both to coax as much aromatics out of as I could.
So yeah, this one is super like citrusy, like a
It smells like a bag of hops.
like a fruity, like grapefruit kind of
Yep.
nose.
Yeah, it's orange peel. It's got some candy sweetness. Not super bitter, surprisingly. Yeah, it's not really bracing on the bitterness. I think Swami's is easily the most bitter of all of these so far.
Oh yeah, that's really good. Yeah,
Very
just-
nice.
It's very like tropical. It's old school tropical hops is what I would say. It's like not the new generation where you're doing like Mosaic and Galaxy. I think it's older hops if I had to guess, but it's done in a very fruit forward tropical kind of way as opposed to that piney.
Fresh old school hops.
Yeah.
It's on the dry side for me too. Like it's.
Yeah, it's not super sweet. I
Yeah.
mean, again, these are San Diego IPAs, so they're.
But
you
when
know.
comparing pizza port to port, I think there's a difference between them as far as mouthfeel and dryness goes.
I think this one has a little bit of stickiness to it still. But it's the same thing. It's like it's not.
stickiest of the icky.
Yeah, it's not the like malt sweetness. It's more. It feels more like resiny stickiness. You know.
I mean, they're both pretty high alcohol, right? I think we're sitting at 8.5. 8.5 for Mongo. Mongo is Columbus, Amarillo, Centennial, Cascade, and Simcoe. And I don't know if Pizza Port has a website for those beers. Kook.
But yeah, this is just
Rock solid.
Oh, Kook.
citrusy,
Kook
dry,
actually-
and delicious.
Kook actually does use some kind of newer gen hops. It uses Eldorado, Melon, Amarillo, Chinook, and CTZ. So
Is
it's a
Kook
mix.
a newer beer?
Like the blend.
Kook,
Or they
yeah, Kook
did just
came
change out the recipe?
No, Kook just came out like a year or two ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
so it's not
a
like
newer
a
beer.
traditional pizza port beer.
No, it's a newer one. It's new to the cans, I think.
Got it.
Cans.
So beer number one, solid ass beer. I would drink the fuck out of it.
Agreed.
I don't tend to drink a lot of double IPAs these days. Last night I put down a crowler of some Noble tongue tickles. God damn, I was drunk.
Nah.
It's a quart of beer, my friend.
Oh, well, it's 2 pints.
Well, it sounds better if you say
2
quart.
pints
It's
in
only, that's what that's how you justify it.
2 pints in a quart.
My
God.
breathalyzer was like, yeah, I wonder where I'm at. And it's like, you are drunk.
Your
No
breathalyzer said, "I wonder where I'm at," because it was drunk. At that point.
It was the 0.12 range.
Breath-
I was
breathalyzer-
well
breathalyzer-
above the driving.
Breathalyzer was like, "Fuck, bro."
I was like, honey, you driving tonight?
Just-
Because I need to stop.
It just set on fire.
Were you at Noble?
No, I was at my friend's party.
Oh, got it.
So next one,
So
Greg Wright.
Greg Wright, slightly cloudier.
Slightly cloudier and much more danky.
Super
Yeah,
danky.
this one's not nearly as tropical.
This has that like, I think it's more citrusy. It's like pithy on the aroma almost to me.
See, that's funny. I get more like dank, like cat piss type thing.
Nope. I get orange peel pith.
No urine.
I get the
So, like,
cat pee and
No, you will eat cat piss.
it's like a cat peed on some oranges.
But the orange is a big part of it.
Yeah,
for
no, I
sure.
get that a lot too.
I think the
It's-
orange is bigger than the cat piss. You agree with Matt, Jason, or
I
me?
agree with both. I get orange and pine. It's like you like mix the cleaners wrong and you get
Also, I don't know if it's just like, the tongue numbing action, but this is not nearly as bitter as any of the rest of them.
no.
I don't know.
Is that just me?
It has kind of a floral flavor.
Yeah, I could see that white flower.
It's
Yeah, word.
it's good, but
I just jumping ahead. I think this is the port beer.
I would guess that as well because it feels more old school, more the old school hops, but I think it's a little bit more one-dimensional than Greg left than the first beer.
I wonder if we should take into consideration that pizza port. I mean, they make pizza and like you eat there.
And ports.
I mean, yeah.
Sorry. Go on.
Maybe they're. I mean, yeah, dry IPAs are great, and that's how an IPA should be, in my opinion. But maybe they're like that on purpose because they're serving it with food, and they
Yeah,
don't want it to be
wings.
less
I don't know
heavy.
about
greasy
that.
ass food.
They make like 41 beers at each one, so I don't know if they're all about master pairing.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
I wouldn't doubt that though.
I don't know. We should ask that if we ever interview them.
But I'll also consider, too, that, they're probably selling a hell of a lot more Swamis than they are nut brown, you know? So
it's weird when you say it that way. Nut brown.
so I imagine that they would tailor the high volume stuff a little bit more to their location than, like the fun one-off recipes,
And for a peek behind the curtain, we did just have pizza.
That is
and ports.
Mine free.
We drink wine during the break.
What's funny is I'm wearing my Firestone Walker shirt, and if you get media pass, they shuffle you in the back, and you can have breakfast at the Brewers and stuff.
Huh.
And Vince was sitting across from me, and I was kind of hungover. I was like, "You're Vince, right?" He's like, "Yeah. How's it going?" "Good. Don't have any other." I'm like, "Fucking stupid."
Great story, Greg.
Couldn't think of anything to ask him. I think you were there too. No, I don't remember. So one of us was in the media
I was never
thing.
media.
You're
Okay.
at Pizza Port, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's what's
That's
that
cool.
like?
Yeah, I bought early access tickets for $200.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you're going for the first time, it's well worth the one time to get the early access tickets.
For sure.
So
Yeah, I mean, you make all the trouble to get up there and stuff.
I gotta say, I'm going with Greg Left on this one.
Yeah, Greg
I
Left.
think that's easy.
A hard Greg left.
I think that's pretty easy. On that.
It's
Again,
funny
they're-
because my dick is pointing right at you.
they're both good beers. Like,
It's your
Yeah,
divining rod.
They're both
You
really
can't go
good.
wrong with any of these beers.
Yeah, I
They're
agree.
all really solid.
I agree, but like comparing
I think
these
this
two,
choice was easier than the this choice was easier than the first two. I think.
yeah, I think that's it. They're both really high quality beers, but I think it's a pretty easy edge to.
All right,
Greg
so
Left.
what do you guess Greg Left is?
What do you think, John?
I like Left. I like
Yeah.
the drier
Who do you think makes it?
Pizza Port.
Pizza Port, huh?
Oh, am I wrong?
I think.
What did you think?
I'm
Regis
gonna
over
go,
here is like, that's your final answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Left was Mongo. I'm gonna say Mongo.
All right, Jason.
I think it was Pizza Port.
So you're saying Left is Pizza Port, or you're saying Left is Port, Matt.
Port Brewing, yes.
I am saying Left is Pizza Port, Jason.
Pizza.
So me and Jason are pizza. You're Port.
Matt is correct.
Boom!
Nice.
Left is Mongo.
Pow!
Mongo beats the kook.
Kook was
I
in
was
the right
wrong.
glass, which is the LA Beer Week one, and I did that so I wouldn't forget because
our,
of, what's her name?
in our-
Left Pizza Port. She's up at LA.
Oh, word.
In our chat, I said that Kook would win, and I'm wrong.
Mongo beats the kook.
This is what's cool about blind tasting beer.
Yeah.
Mongo is a solid ass beer. And getting it without floaties in it, even better.
Even better, yeah.
I actually like the Port Pizza Port Brewing one. I like Kook. It's definitely got more of like that fresh bag of hops thing that I look for in a double IPA.
Well, you do love fresh sack.
I do. It's fresh
Well, it
silvery
certainly
sack.
does suck.
Well, don't we all? I mean,
It certainly does suck.
Beer doesn't suck. That's just Wayne's World quotes.
Nice, right on.
Yum.
If you're with Pizza Port, your beer's great.
well, that was fun.
Really cool side by sides.
Speaking of IPA,
IPA.
Got the dust off of that one.
soundboard's back.
What do you got,
Is
Jason?
it Star Trek?
We're opening the 4B fridge.
I don't know what's in here.
Opening up the old
they're at the
beverage.
very. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, easy there with that. Put down, buddy.
I see some Trillium, some Noble 24K juice,
The juice
Wow.
is loose. What the heck?
and some more Trillium.
Who'd we blow to get
Damn.
these?
These were like just handed to me by Cougar Steve.
All right.
I'm not sure what kind of shape they're in because they're a little older. They're from like late November, early December. Not super old, but for hashtag juice, they're a little old.
right.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Do we want to
The Noble
start?
one's
Do
fresh.
we want to ship up to Boston first, or do we want to try the Noble beer?
we're shipping up to Boston.
Let's do Baston.
Yeah. So we have Trillium. What is this?
Trillium.
It's old viscosity.
Double dry hopped A Street or a Street.
It's a street. It's a street fruit. It's a way to open shit.
And
Oh my God,
double
love
dry
that so
hopped.
much.
7.2 alcohol by volume. Canned on December 5th, and the note says snow? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? I don't know.
I don't know.
Snow?
They're checking the weather before they're canning.
I always love when they put fun notes on cans. Like, yeah, we don't have anything to put on there but the date, but the thing supports 2 lines, so knock yourself out, bro. Just don't write dicks on there.
Kyle Wells
Listen to Born of Osiris.
in the chat says he's brewing Juicy Bits. Is that a Trillium beer?
I don't know.
is-
I think
what's
it's like
Juicy
just a recipe. It
Is
looks
he
like
just-
it's a BYO recipe.
It's a recipe.
Is he just plugging his homebrew Twitch stream?
It's a recipe. It still smells pretty damn good.
I think it's held up over
I'm not
5 weeks for
getting
sure.
any signs of oxidation personally.
That smells really good.
This smells like an Orange Julius.
You smell like an orange Julius.
I do. This beer also does.
You bathe in it though.
I do. I'm like Cleopatra bathing in my own urine. Only I'm not Cleopatra and it's beer.
Did she bathe in her own urine?
Yes, supposedly. Supposedly she had a lot of like weird beauty things.
Her and Trump would get
Oh.
along.
How would you save up that much? Like to just like do this over time? Like you
It
just
may have not been her
accumulate?
own urine.
she
It may
drank a
have
lot of
just
beer.
been urine.
Is she R. Kelly?
Trump wasn't peeing on himself.
Maybe they had beer festivals back
You
then.
don't know that.
You're right, I know.
Let's ask Lexington Steele or whatever the fuck that guy's name is.
Did he pee on Trump?
No, like the secret agent guy, the fucking
The
real life.
MI6 guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the real life James
Say
Bond.
Lexington Steel.
Oh my god.
Different
wow.
guys.
No, I'm having visuals
Not
right
this-
They're
now.
in slightly different lines of
Not
work.
the same guy.
And to be honest, my visuals, I'm liking them. Like Steele pissing on Donald Trump kind of makes my day.
Yeah, Orange Julius, dude, like completely. It definitely meets the haze requirements. Looks like a hef.
Looks like a milky half.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's an interesting.
That's good.
Oh!
For having this much age on it, this is tasty.
It's not super old. I mean, it's a month old, 5 weeks.
Yeah,
old,
month old is not that bad. I mean, is there like a well-known like shelf limit for hazy IPAs? I mean, obviously it's fresher the better, but like
No,
If you talk to beer tubers, 3 days.
we had like a 6-week-old.
Yeah.
that's why we don't talk to beer tubers.
Well, not yet.
Fuck you, beer tubers.
No, we're beer tubers.
Oh shit, beer
No,
tubers
we're
are awesome.
We're different.
You guys, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Dick.
What?
We're building bridges here.
I pivoted, dude.
We're building bridges.
I pivoted.
We're
Well,
beer
that's how you-
tuber-ish.
Yeah, you have to troll in order to get followers.
Podcasters.
That's right.
We're podcasters. There's a difference.
We gotta come out with a beer YouTube video saying beer YouTube is dead, and then we come out and we're like beer YouTube is dead.
I literally do what beer
Long-
tubers do on my
long
seller
live.
reviews.
That's true.
You're all right.
So,
Except beers are much higher quality.
and we've sent gifts to fellow beer tubers to, I don't know.
Gifts like animated pictures.
No,
We're saying
gifts.
Oh, I see.
We should
My
send
bad.
We
animated
should just
gifs.
send the gifts that says like surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, Eric Wood, that's a beer tuber. He sent us a beer that we might do on the show.
Oh, word.
He's
Okay.
from the Midwest.
Ooh.
Joe, I can't say his last name. Joe Seglia.
Why is his name Joe Fuck Off or something?
No, Joe's Arcade, dude. You ever watch
Oh.
Joe's Arcade?
No.
No, he's from San Diego. Or he's from Alpine, I think,
that's cool.
actually. Good dude.
So what do you think of a street?
A street
A Street.
is tasty,
This is really great.
and I'm very surprised it held up.
Yeah,
It doesn't have that super soft mouthfeel that I have kind of associated with that New Englandy style.
It's got some bite
It's
to
got
it.
a bite. It's got like a what I'd say like more like a West Coast bite. It doesn't have that like muddled, soft hop feel that
Yeah.
you normally get out of those beers.
It's not that like a lot of the juicy IPAs, the hop flavor tends to get kind of flat and generic. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Where it's like it's juicy and tropical.
Tastes like alpha acid. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of which, have you heard of this lupulin powder shit? It's
I
like a
have not.
thing now. It's like apparently you can get lupulin powder.
Is it kind of like it's like hop hash essentially?
I don't know. I guess it's like a couple breweries did lupulin powder beers like all at Flame Out to just get like hop essence. I don't know. I haven't read up on it.
I actually am not familiar with
But
this
be on the
product.
lookout, guys. There's lupulin powder you can get. Like I don't know if you freebase it or if you like put it in a
Snort
light
it.
bulb or what.
See, the
like-
problem is that someone from the inner city is going to get a hold of it, mix it with baking powder, and microwave it,
Yeah.
and then there's going to be a lupulin epidemic across the country.
Okay, so what exactly is it?
We're gonna have a lupulin threshold shift.
Mostly
Like
in
the
urban
yellow
areas.
stuff from hop leaves or hop flowers?
Yeah,
or-
I mean, I would imagine it's like some sort of a powder
Did they dry out?
hop extract. Let's see. Kent Falls. Am I 20? God damn it! Doing research on the fly, you guys. Not fucking smart.
Yeah.
Kent Falls Brewing has a whole article about lupulin powder. In order to pelletize hops, blah, 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 blah.
We should have done some research on this before we brought it up.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? Eat a shit. Apparently, it's the hop manufacturers trying to monetize the hop dust that's left over.
That falls off of the machines
when they pelletize the hops. Yeah.
That sounds like it would get really vegetably and grassy really fast. That's what happens when you leave dry hops in too long. It ends up getting really grassy.
Right.
That sounds like that's a way to do that just instantly. That doesn't sound good.
I picture a guy running around with a bucket frantically trying to catch dust.
They just put a tarp under the machine
and then pick it up.
Yeah.
Put it in the mahine.
Well, guys,
fold it in half and dump it in the bucket.
Put the
hop dust in the machine.
Put the lupulin in the machine. Anyhow, lupulin powder. Google it. I don't know. Internet knows more about it than us.
Trillium's 1 for 1 so far.
So when you're on A Street, also in the vicinity, vicinity double IPA, it has
which means it's 7%.
It has some oysters. Is that what that is on the label?
I don't know.
Yes, those are oysters.
Did you guys ever see the Trillium parody label somebody did with Harambe?
No.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh no, I did see that.
Trillium has a very distinctive style of labels.
R.I.P.
Their
Dicks
labels are kind of like a black and white, pencil drawing with serif font, kind of very distinct looking. And somebody did a Harambe one. It was really fun.
Dicks out. For Harambe, that is.
Yeah, we got that. So Vicinity is a double IPA.
It's a gerbil.
And they don't say anything about it on the can. Thanks, Trillium.
They do say it's 8% alcohol by volume.
Yeah. Again, it fits the juicy bill by appearance. Super light. No crystal malt whatsoever touched this beer.
If there wasn't an oyster knife on the can, I would think it's 2 kidneys. Right?
Yeah.
You can see
Or
A kidney and a gallbladder.
the shucking knife.
It's very renal.
I'm not an oyster eater.
Wow, the aroma on this stuff is nuts.
I appreciate that laugh, Greg.
Imported Mexican stout.
There's a beer memes thing with a bunch of funny Trillium labels I threw in the chat.
Oh wow, that's
Got a Donald Trump drawing with deported Mexican stout, and Harambe double IPA, Bill Cosby's roofied double IPA,
Gross.
It's not loading.
Tom Brady's deflated light IPA. Very topical. What with the Boston reference?
Wow, we're giving up on that one.
For Boston, I'm not wearing fucking hockey pads.
You doing Batman?
Yeah, it's a pretty deep cut.
Oh, yeah, I'm not familiar with that one.
This smells more like what I would expect out of a traditional New Englandy juicy IPA.
And this is a bit stinky.
Yeah, it's this one is this one everyone is oh, Danky smells like weed. No, Danky smells like old school weed. This smells like new school weed strains where it's more tropical and floral and bright and
So what does old school dank weed smell like?
the Swamis.
And new school.
Like this.
We're getting a
Not to put too fine a point on
we're
it.
getting a weed education right now from Matt.
Yeah.
Would you go to weed college?
TIL.
You know what's funny in that movie? There's that whole joke, and he's talking about all the little shit, and now that's everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's just all oh, it's got these fucking weird hairs, and
Yeah, see those tiny weird hairs? I see those.
Those are tromboliers, and they add extra thrombolysis, and I don't know.
CBD versus THC, bro.
This tastes great.
Yeah, I still can't. I keep smelling it.
This is late
And this
November.
one's from November 20 something.
Wow, it
Yeah, so
held
it's about
up.
6 weeks old.
For being a juice beer.
I'd say it held up quite nice.
Man,
Oh yeah, this is the thing.
that's good. Oh
I'm
boy.
getting. Is there a little bit of an oniony character to it?
Usually these beers have some sort of oniony thing to them.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
wondering if that's oniony
It's a mosaic. It's a mosaic thing. Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, man,
Speaking
my
of
burp
which,
smelled great.
he also Cougar Steve also gave me a yellow rose, which when we did it on the show, we got all onions and garlic.
So you're good for
yeah, I
one
remember
more
that.
episode.
Yeah, that's right. Got one more weird. It's in a weird bottle. It's like a small 500 ml with a long neck. It's bizarre.
Where are you guys
That
going on
is
your next
weird.
date?
know
yet?
Monkish.
Monkey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh. Yeah, this is like light years better than the last one.
Yeah, I like this one a lot better too.
It kind of reminds me
It's like
of
twice the IPA the first one is.
like birthday cakey, oranges and birthday cake and
Orange birthday cake, yeah.
Birthday cake.
yeah, like the
John's
the
like,
powdered
I know not
frosting.
of this human tradition. What is
cake?
what is birthday cake?
It smells like frosting.
What is cake?
It's like hop frosting.
What is cake?
We do not celebrate birthdays.
What is a birthday? Is that the day that you exterminate? I don't know
That's the
why.
opposite of that.
I don't know where the dollar thing came from. I really don't.
What's the opposite of exterminate?
glad it's here.
Oh my god, that's a thing.
It is a special day. Special day.
Jesus Christ.
And this is why I have this big thing.
Yes, that's why you have a compressor limiter.
in it.
On your birthday, did you meet a doctor?
Celebrate. Celebrate.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
Happening.
Doctor Who, you guys. Come on.
Second show, third show.
Yeah, exactly.
Doctor Whom?
All right.
Oh,
So now we're gonna have a real interesting little showdown here because after having a couple of would you say traditional New England?
I would say Trillium is one of the
one of the old school ones.
the pioneers.
They're one of the main names in that scene.
Yep.
It's considered like if you can't be asked to go drive 3 hours in the middle of nowhere and wait in line for a treehouse, you can just go to Trillium and get beer.
Word. Well, from a big name in that scene to a big name in our scene,
Shake the scene, Turkis.
we're gonna have some Noble.
Some nurbles.
Noble Ale Works. Friends of the show. We've talked about them repeatedly, how great they are.
Nice people.
Just really, really great
They're the
gang
fam.
over there. And
it is Noble Ale Works 24 karat juice.
I think this was
'cause
canned
of course it
maybe
is.
a week ago.
Doesn't have a date on it.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Why would you sit on it?
Yeah, I think it's about 7 days old.
Why wouldn't you sit on it?
24 karat juice in the air.
One thing I'll say about Noble on social media, their Instagram feed kills.
they do.
They are
really
so
do.
funny.
God, the one with Brad with the fake beard that was on yesterday or
Yeah.
the day before had me lolling.
So funny, so creative.
They're fun guys. Not fun
Like
guys.
mushrooms.
Yeah. Oh.
Nerd.
Wow, this is hazy.
Yeah, this is
I think they
this
nailed
this
the-
is the juiciest of all of them.
Jason.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, John.
I think this is the most tropical of all of them.
It is very tropical.
Easily. This is
I
like
know nothing about the hops or anything. That it was just one of those. Hey,
yeah, good
Here's a
job,
can.
OC Beer Blog.
Yeah, and
Here's a
this one
can.
is very cloudy. It's like
This is like stupid clouding.
it's like juice. Don't care.
yeah.
Yeah, this is like mango gooseberry to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like for reals.
I get Nelson.
I am mango gooseberry.
I'm mango. Mango gooseberry. In your mouth.
Stop with those voices. Oh my god.
Forgive me. I'm a bit
My god.
under the weather. Is why I'm speaking so quietly.
All we have to eat up here is pine cones.
I have pineapples.
What's John doing over here?
Beer pineapple, pineapple
He's writing an app.
beer.
Oh, he's Snapchatting.
You Snapchat?
I have a pickaxe. I have a long tom. Is that a thing? Is that what they?
I don't know. Is that a mining
Doesn't
thing?
you have a
Or
big
is it for panning?
I feel like yeah, like it's like a long board with like little like board notches on it.
Named
Washboard?
Tom.
And you like run water
Washboard?
through it and
Oh,
kind of
and the gold falls into the slats because it's heavy.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I do know what you're talking about.
I feel like an inordinate amount of my elementary school education was about gold mining.
Well, yeah, we live in California. It
Yeah.
was kind of a big deal.
Like
Kind of gave us all of our money.
California history, like gold. gold. Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
And then like technology.
Yeah.
Internet.
Silicone.
Now, what is cool about
There's
this?
silicone in that valley.
God.
There's silicone in them there hills.
Silicone.
Kind of
Let's
mine
make
for
big moves.
iPhones.
I like to know that silicon.
Boobs.
I never said silicone.
Silicon.
Silicone is the titties one.
Oh. Okay.
Silicon's the one, the microprocessors.
What's
I love
interesting?
them silicones.
What's interesting about this beer is I was at Noble when Keith Pumilia
Yeah, Keith from the brewery.
from Turu
Yeah.
was there, and he actually took a can of this and plated it.
Did he?
And just to see how much yeast and whatever particulate was in there.
Right.
He's like, there's not much yeast in there, but there was some.
Right.
And a lot of hop particulate.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
He's like, there could have been beer spoilers or whatever, but it's high enough alcohol where stuff like that wouldn't have made a difference.
Oh yeah,
Again,
this
stinky.
Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool that, people are just doing shit
Yeah.
like that.
So the aroma on this stuff is fantastic. The flavor, however, has that over-extracted grassy hop thing that
Hold
I
on.
don't like.
This, I have to read this. This description, I assume Noble put it out, but it's on the Untapped for it. 24 Karat Juice is a diggity dank double IPA rolling deep with an entourage of hops that will always have your back. Let DJ Dank Juice, Citron, M.I. Real Yo, LD, and Chinook the Crook mob up your palate with fistfuls of ripe citrus, stone fruit, and dat dank, yo. It's
gotta
just
be
like the
Vito.
juice. It's just like Juice and the crew say, if it ain't hazy, you crazy, we out.
Mike drops Mike.
Right now, I'm saying this. I'm stealing Chinook the Crook.
Big ups to Noble, Chinook the Crook. That's fantastic.
That's pretty good.
I love everything about that,
Yeah, same.
and it's a great beer too.
Yeah, I did the flavor is killing it for me, honestly. It's got that like 2-day-old cut grass thing.
I think it's good. I mean,
I'm getting a lot of orange on it, like a marmalade.
Orange marmalade.
Like Lady Marmalade.
Yeah,
Yeah. I gotta say the Trillium Double is my favorite out of all of them. Personally.
That was pretty damn good,
Yeah.
even for its age. Yeah. Good stuff, though. I'm just not big on the hazy beers. They give me kind of heartburn. It's weird.
That's interesting. You would think the sour beers would be the ones giving you heartburn.
No, these, for whatever, like the yeastiness or something, just like rides my gut.
Word.
So, yeah.
Well, all in all, but admittedly, I'm being nitpicky. I mean, it's still a fantastic beer. So,
yeah.
we had a lot of good IPA here.
I think it's
today,
worth
guys.
this Noble beer is worth the hype.
yeah,
Definitely.
I would say so.
I think
No
it's
one-
sold out in a few hours, which
Yeah,
is,
it
you know,
wouldn't-
good on them.
I was going to
Wouldn't
say
surprise
it's sold out. So
Yep. Right on.
Thanks for the can.
Man.
Yeah, thanks for the can. Thanks to Cougar Steve for those Trillium beers. And
Did we learn anything from our Pizza Port showdown?
I'd say that the quality is equal.
Yeah.
They're just doing different things.
That's what we learned.
Yeah.
It's different beers.
Yeah, here, like again, we were expecting like some kind of like easy winner, has kind of happened in all of these things that we've done. Like some of them are easy to eliminate, and others are obvious, like head and shoulders above the others. But that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
So yeah. Right on. Well, if you want to find Four Brewers online, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. You can find all that information on fourbrewers.com. Go to patreon.com/fourbrewers. If you want to donate to the show, if you want that sticky, icky YouTube content, you can go to fourbrewers.com/YouTube. There you can also find our live stream, or you can go to fourbrewers.com/live for all of our ooey gooey live content. What am I forgetting? Go to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review because it can only help our show, and we'd love you for it. And if you want to get in touch with us directly, hit us up at feedback@fourbrewers.com and brew the shit out of it.
All right. All right, everyone in the live video stream.
Want to try the Cuvée?
Hold on,
of all
Greg.
the beers?
Hold on. We're going to stop this episode. Again, session 49 has 3 episodes, and we're doing 3 separate YouTube live streams. So we're going to stop this one. Episode 3 for session 49 will start in about 20 minutes, maybe 15, 10 minutes.
It's like 5 to 10. I really need to go.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm just saying. What are we doing? What's this?
The Cuvee, dude.
That's a cuvee of all the show beers.
Oh, we're doing a Cuvee. YouTube exclusive.
Mm-hmm. Still got the juice.
It's fucking really good, and I'm gonna drink the rest of it.
Nice. It's kind of double IPA. It's kind of West Coast. It's kind of Vermont.
It's the best of all worlds, and I love it.
That's a hot mess. There you go.
Matt, you're a fucking
That's
hot
not
mess.
fan.
Matt just hates everything anyone likes.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like I said, we'll be back with episode 3 of session 49.